Help people, hazardous. So people used to get mad at the when they didn't pay their bill when you show up at their house.
Well, they don't plan on paying you when they get their items anyway.
A lot of people like to scam rent center because they don't do no credit checks.
Yeah, see.
So there was a couple of situations. I've had so many, but I can only narrow it down. Like one situation, these people have been missing for about a month.
Missing?
Not coming to pay their bill for about a month.
Mm-hmm.
And what ended up happening was I finally get to call them. I'm like, all right, cool. They ain't showing up. They kept making promises. And I said, forget it. I'm finna just show up at their house. So I take the white homie, right? Me and the white dude go to their house. Now, when him and I, no, matter of fact, I went by myself the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So they got a tube TV. I got to pick this big 32-inch TV up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So I get to their house, and their cousin, a male, he was like a little bit older than me for sure. He was like probably about 5-10 years older than me. He's at the door, and he's like, hey, this ain't my house. I'm going to let him know you show up. You can come back later for it. I'm like, all right, cool. I've been trying to run these people's houses for like a month and a half, 2 months, just for this TV. I come back later with the homie because I'm going to need some help picking that big old tank up. You feel me?
Right.
I get to the house. Now the coworker, he's scary. He don't want to get out of the van. Now I'm by myself. Now I'm 6'5", y'all. I can throw these things if I need to. You feel me? But this dude want to stay in the van, and it's two of them. So look, they open the garage. We sitting there with our van. They the couple shows up, right? The cousin comes out, no problem. Mm-hmm. He tell them whatever he tell them. So the woman is being real rude to me, and I'm like, hey, ma'am, I'm just here to pick up the TV. It don't belong to neither one of us. Let's just knock this out. She's rude, cussing, or whatever. She goes in the house. The husband get out. He started off kind of rude, but he was like, nah, dude, just come and get this TV. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. So I'm walking in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
This idiot then got me in the garage. Now the cousin came down the little 6 stairs or whatever from the garage to the, and he hits the garage door on me. He closed me inside. I said, you Negroes is crazy.
Wow.
I'm not fighting both of y'all over no TV we don't own. And I sat there and I looked at him, and because I didn't walk too far in the garage, I was able to just step back over the center of the garage, and I just stood there and I looked at him. And I was like, since y'all want to do this kind of stuff, we'll just come back with the authorities because I'm not finna go through this with y'all.
Right.
I said, y'all trying to jump me too?
Wow.
And he was like, they realized, like, I was like, man, I'm not that. So they were still talking mess, and we talking mess back at this point. And I was like, I'm not an easy win. But you finna do this? This is what we doing? So I was so mad. And then look, the whole time I'm going at it with the people, the homie in the truck is looking out the window like this.
Wow.
He ain't even trying. So
he need his ass kicked for sitting there watching.
So check this out. So next thing I know, we get a call about, they realized they were wrong. We get a call about, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours later. See, it's nighttime. It's roughly closing time. So they called me and told me the next morning the TV was sitting on the porch. They didn't want nothing to do with us at that point. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. You know what I'm saying? But Rent Center used to be hazardous.
You like risky jobs?
I don't know. Rent Center was the worst one because I had a gun put on me. This dude cocked a shotgun behind the door to go pick up his TV. We got this one lady. Man, that story is too long, so I can't tell y'all that one. But that lady tried to grab my throat. She was acting. She stole heck of stuff. She stole furniture.
Like, you ain't getting none of this back.
She didn't like it because I was so mad at that situation. I took everything that we were supposed to take. And then only thing I'd left that woman when I was done.
What you doing? You was elbowing her trying to use your grabbing stuff?
Nah. Once we got in the house, it was a wrap. I was like, hey, I got the rental agreement for that couch. That bit. Oh, okay. You want to swing on me? She swung on me.
Ooh.
Man, that was a horrible situation.
Was you by yourself?
Nah, I had like 8 dudes with me.
Wow.
So what we ended up doing was we had to run a train out the house because if she would have closed the door on us, we wouldn't have got our stuff back.
Why y'all didn't call the police?
Because police always say it's a civil matter. So dealing with Rent Center, I've had guns. I've had guys come up to jump me. Man, this story can go on for too long, and I don't want to make it too long. So check this out. There was this one situation, and I'll make this my last one because I got about 20 more. I had this one situation where these guys, the lady, she hadn't been paying her bill for over a month. She had a computer. So I call the house. My job is to call like morning, lunchtime, and then at night before we close, like 3 times. This woman avoided us all those times. So on our little account balance sheet, it have like certain people are in the red when it's like a month or 2 months on.
Right.
So anyways, I call this lady and her husband pick up, and he rude as sin, man. So he turn around and he's like, what the F you calling my wife for, and whoop whoop. So I tell him, I say, hey, I can't discuss the matter with you, but if you can you just please have your wife call Rent-A-Sitter, please? He gets so mad, I ain't gonna tell her a mother F. And I said, look here, player. I said, all this animosity and aggression that you got toward me because your wife can't pay her bills, you might want to clear that up. It's unnecessary. I'm like 21, right? I'm hecka young. So this dude said, you little nigga, who you talking to? I said, hey, player, I'm talking to you. I'm a grown man like you a grown man. Don't threaten and do all this extra stuff. He said, nigga, I'll come up there right now. I said, my lunch is at 3 o'clock and I get off at 8.
Look at you looking for trouble.
Ain't nobody looking for no trouble.
Yeah, I go to lunch at 3:15. It's for 30 minutes.
So he said, what you say? I said, man, my lunch. I said, it ain't that serious, but my lunch is at 3 and I get off at 8. So he said, what? Okay. So he hangs up on me. So now it's just me and my short boss. My boss is about, I don't know, 5'1", 5'2", and he's in the back answering phones. Right? It's a lady in the front. She pay her bill. I see this gold navigator show up. Gold Navy show up. 3 guys get out. 1 my age and 2 older dudes. One kind of short, one about my height. So they come in to Rent-A-Center, and I'm like, man, okay, what's really popping, right?
Y'all ain't got no
we ain't got
no triggers, nothing.
No nothing. Right?
Panic button.
No panic. Hey, it is what it is. So when he came in, I'm dealing with the old lady. I give her stuff, and he waited patiently for her. Now, the whole time, I'm already scanning what I'm going to need to grab, right? It's just me. There's a lamp over here on the counter. The counter's wrapped around like a little, it's a wrap around, and the entrance is over to my right? So I'm trying to make this story short. So what happened was, old boy comes to the counter, and he's hecka rude and disrespectful. He going ham, right? I look in the back window because this is my manager who's supposed to, he's the head guy. He's supposed to come and diffuse it and ask him if there are any problem. I look at him like this. He said, you got it? I'm like, this dude's a sucker. I was like, yeah, it's okay. So he stayed on the phones. He heard everything that was going on, even though he was behind the glass, right? Wow. So now me and the guy have words, but when I was done getting on him and his wife situation, I said, and I had to tell him this way. And it wasn't because I'm trying to be a thug or anything, but I was like, look, I said, I've never come to a person's place of work threatening them and doing all this other stuff. Y'all came in to jump me. And I said, the moment you start putting your hands on me, after we done fighting, I'm going to call the police and I'm going to press charges. I said, because there's no reason why you should come and try to physically harm me at my job, and I can lose my job because you don't want to pay on a computer. That's not how it works. Now, if you want to fight me one-on-one after I get off, that's something different. But you came in here with 2 other dudes to jump on me over something that, and you were the one being disrespectful. By the time I finished, his partner that was standing right next to him, he shook my hand. He said, hey, young blood, you good people. He shook my hand like this and was like, all right, I had no business coming up here. It was so cold that the young dude just completely ignored everything because he was acting like he was looking at TV. The main guy, when he was finished, he paid up like 2 months. He said, this is what I want. He said, anytime my wife is late again, you make sure you call me. Here's my number. So the dude's whole tune changed just because I stood my ground. And it wasn't because I was trying to act tough, but I was like, brother, it was so horrible. So Rent-A-Center was the most hazardous job I've ever had.
It was like working at First 48, working there.
First 48 though. Listen, man, I got so many crazy stories at Rent a Center though. I had fun at Rent a Center though. We had some.
You like that action pack.
I like that action. You know what I'm saying? I'm about that action. But it was fun. But it was stressful.
Would you work at Rent a Center now?
Would I work now?
Yeah.
Now that I know better? No, I still work at Rent a Center. If I was like in management, like where I didn't have to go and visit people's houses because it's too stressful. People would really listen. People be sitting right there in their living room.
They have no intentions when they sign whatever they sign. They have no intentions on paying you or giving you nothing back.
They looking at you right. Excuse me. They looking at you right in the window. You looking back like it's your reflection. Not paying
they are not.
I had this man. See, all right. I ain't gonna go into too many stories because I got too many. This lady was horrible. That's a whole nother story. Listen, it's going to be a part 2 of Rent a Center. Y'all tap in and let us know what y'all think. I know I didn't talk forever, but I got some more Rent a Center stories that y'all might like. So, you know, holla at your boy, holla at your girl. Pillow Talk with Ken and Steph. You got any more Hazardous job?
No, that was my extent.
That was your extent?
That was all I got.
I guess I'm about that action. So listen, y'all, leave a comment. Let us know. Matter of fact, I know some of y'all out there got some Rent a Center stories. So don't play like you don't. Some of y'all done rented from Rent a Center and y'all acting. Matter of fact, a couple of y'all might be late on y'all payments. Y'all might want to go talk to them unless you got to run into a guy like me when I was in my 20s. Fearless. You hear me? So we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for commenting and subscribing. And we'll talk to y'all in a minute. Peace out.